Hello and welcome back to the channel. Well, I'm kind of ridiculously excited here because I'm about to go shopping for some of my propane plumbing parts. Why I'm excited is this was another example of I was about to employ someone to do this part of my build, and with my normal process of poking at YouTube and Amazon for parts and thinking through it, I think I worked it out. And so this episode is about how to plumb your propane for your van build. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe over here. And please at any time put any comments or questions below. I will endeavour to answer your question or at least point you in the right direction if I can't answer it. So back in the van today, and this is what I'm finishing up. I finished the back drawer, and I've been waiting for this. I had to get an extra sheet of UHMW plastic to finishing up this interior drawer slide, and so now I'm just going to be cutting that up and adhering it. It shouldn't take long, and then I'll vacuum underneath here, and then I'm freaking done. I've also installed the propane through here, so I did all this stuff with this cool liquid gasket stuff so that this doesn't rub, and that needed to be installed also, so as in it's ready to do the propane installation. So, and I've done the lock at the back, and I'm excited. Hey, I've been eating raisin cookies that I just baked. I have them in my teeth. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Today I am very excited because I am plumbing up my propane system. I wasn't going to do it myself, like many things I've said to you before, and then upon a bunch of research I realized I can. And I just want to firstly do a shout out to Far Out Ride, which is Antoine and Isabel, who I haven't met, but are two engineers who set off in 2017 to build their van and travel around Canada, and I don't know if they've ended up in North America. I'm sure they have in America, I'm sure they have. But being engineers, they are incredibly meticulous with their processes, with their documentation, and I am following their stuff on at least the propane system, probably the water system, amongst other people like 70 Savage. I'm going to give him a shout out too. I follow his stuff a lot, and the Mathers on the Map tribe, couple I should say, who I met, Kevin and Taylor, I think they are. So look, I've been meaning to shout out to a lot of these people who have been my inspiration behind being able to do these things. But I'm going to put links to these people below because I think that they really know their stuff a lot better than me, lots of ways. But I'm just going to show you what I'm doing too. So what I started doing here on the table here is I started laying out my pieces, right? Now, I am following very much Far Out Ride's recommendations, except I'm not using copper piping to go to my instant hot water tank or my range oven stove. Yep. I've realized that I can use very high quality propane tubing to do that better for my installation, okay? But I'm going to point you again, I'm going to point you to their systems. They're amazing what they show. So I started laying everything out, and I've realized for whatever reason there's one piece missing. This is all my pieces, and I can't find that elbow for God knows what reason. That one elbow, I've looked 3 times now. That one elbow is missing. Is that it? Nope, it's not it. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to head out to the RV store and see if I can get this piece that needs to be a elbow. It needs to be a 90-degree joint, and I'll meet you back here once I've done that. Okay, cool. So I'm back from an RV store and from Home Depot to get a few things for my propane installation. And as it's seriously smoky outside, I am going to at least connect inside some of the components that I can. And just let me show you where I'm at. Okay, so this is my little layout of parts. So I've got everything I need. but what I realized is I purchased the wrong pigtail. So I got another pigtail from the RV Center. This will be the propane tank. This is the pigtail that goes to an elbow, that goes to the solenoid, that will keep mean I can electrically switch the propane on and off elsewhere. This is the two-way, two-stage regulator. Another elbow that goes to a 12-inch connector that then goes to this little cool piece. This is going to be the middle of my propane locker. So this is going to be inserted through the propane locker, and then everything beyond this is outside of the propane locker. So then we've got another joint here, and then we've got the pressure valve, just so we can keep an eye on the pressure that has been regulated at this point. Another one of these, and then here is going to be the piece that distributes it one way to my stove range oven, the other way to my instant hot water heater. And those parts are pretty simple. So once again, I'm going to make sure you link below to Far Out Ride. I'm pretty much following exactly their steps, except from here on, I've decided to use really high quality, flexible propane hosing rather than copper. But they recommend copper for various reasons. In my installation, I'm going to use propane hose. So here we go. I'm going to put them together. Okay, so as I'm putting all this together, you need to make sure you get the yellow propane grade Teflon. Do not use the blue water grade Teflon. It's not thick enough and it will not work. So make sure you get the certified propane Teflon. Okay. Looks like this. It's a little thicker, right? And here's an important piece that I don't know if the Far Out Ride folk stressed, but you only need to put this on the square pieces. So here's a good example. Okay, we have a flare joint that's flared, that's square. You don't put the yellow tape on the flared joints, you only put them on square joints. I read somewhere where it said, if it's square, don't leave it bare. I thought that was cute. Another thing I found out is make sure that you wrap it clockwise, okay? So you wrap this clockwise, and the reason for that is it's a clockwise thread and you want to wrap it in the direction of the thread so that once you're actually screwing it in, you're not unraveling the tape. Okay, I think that's two important pieces. So here goes. Where am I going to start? And there we have what I can do for now. Pressure gauge and the interior section, and this is the piece that will cross over the propane locker. This is the piece that will go to the other two actual appliances. And then of course there's a whole electrical piece I've got to set up with the solenoid, but I'll show you when that's done. Installed the propane through here, so I did all this stuff with this cool liquid gasket stuff so that this doesn't rub, and that needed to be installed also, so as in it's ready to do the propane installation. So I just wanted to take a video here of the final part of the solenoid connection to the propane system. Okay, so firstly the solenoid, this pigtail, see, when the pigtail is connected, I've just got the dust guard on now. Okay, so this is the propane tank, pigtail here, and then it's going to go from here to the solenoid, okay, and this has an on-off switch, I should say an on switch that's going to be in my kitchen, but the solenoid sets it as off. And this means that it contains the propane in here and not in your pipes, and doesn't keep your pipes under pressure. Okay, and the main thing is I just create a little bracket here so that this whole system's secure. Solenoid, a regulator, and we go out from the regulator through here, through the wall to the pressure gauge, okay, because you want to make sure that this pressure valve is depressurizing the propane. And then these two pipes here, sorry, these two hoses here go to my oven and then my instant hot water heater. So that's the last phase of the propane system before I check it and fill it. And I just wanted to show you the app that monitors the propane. Okay, super cool, super simple. You can see the signal it's detecting the signal. I'm actually, 15 feet from the van at the moment. It's still showing me, which is super cool, huh? There we go.